Well, we're back from Formula SA in Michigan, bringing home a 12th place finish. Something we're really proud of. I think the last time we finished that well was 2007. So it's really good to bring back a top 15 to the Plains after a disappointment last year in Michigan. It's really great to have that back here. Really unfortunate that we didn't do better. Before we went into endurance, we were actually in the top 5 and contending for a podium finish the whole week. With the crazy weather conditions and the oil spilled all over the track right before Zach and I went out for the endurance run, the conditions were just in our, it was the odds that we had to overcome, and it was a little too high of a mountain to climb, so to speak. But we ended up with a 12th place finish, and it's something that we can build on, and we know we have the pace to go out and win Nebraska. So that's what we're shooting for here in the next few weeks before we head out on June 17th to go take on the world again in Lincoln, Nebraska this time. Yeah, we actually ended up in design finals this year, which is what we shoot for every year, which means we're in the top 10 of the best cars in the design event, which basically just takes in the overall design of the car. That's one of the biggest, it's the biggest static event. It's one of the other biggest events, including the dynamic events as well. So it was an honor to be in the top 10. We ended up finishing 7th, tying with a few other teams for 7th. And several judges told us that they thought we had the best car there, certainly had the best looking car there. And Ben Bobley, the guy who actually designed the Delta Wing, was one of our design judges. He and one of our chassis engineers, Kurt Wagner, spoke a lot about our frame design, and he really liked our car and sat in the car and really loved it. So it's great having that kind of exposure. So we ended up with a podium finish and presentation, which, looking through some of our old records and stuff, I think the last time we finished that high in presentation was 2006, and that was maybe the only other time we've actually done well in presentation. It's normally kind of a throwaway event for us. So myself and our media director, Chandler Reynolds, worked really hard from about October this year preparing the presentation. So it was kind of like the design guys were preparing all year for the design event. We were preparing all year for the presentation event because it was something that we weren't willing to go to competition and not being prepared, to do. And we ended up giving it, we're on YouTube now as one of the finalists. We gave the highlight again, the presentation highlights for a big group of all the Formula SA teams. That was a great experience for us. And it was really a motivator for the team. It's like, oh yeah, well the marketing team went off and did 3rd in presentation and kind of uplifts the spirits of everybody. So that was another driving factor in our good overall finish. And we're also looking to win that in Nebraska. I think we can do it. In preparation for Nebraska, we are coming up with a pretty comprehensive test schedule. We've actually named event captains for each dynamic event, so we have someone who's personally responsible for making sure the car is fast in every area. We're trying out some new things with the car setup-wise. We now have a shock dyno thing too. Thank you to Walton Ginger Waltots, our Warrior level sponsors, for that wonderful resource. So we'll be utilizing that to gain some speed in the current car setup. And we're also using Nebraska as a great learning place for our younger guys and for our current team to go into the 2014 season to build a better car. So it works both ways. We're going to get the overall win. That's what we're competing for. We're not going there to finish top 10. We're not going there to finish top 5. We're going there to win. The 12th place finish, I really have to give, and the team has to give full credit to the Samuel Jane College of Engineering here at Auburn University as our title sponsor and the reason that we're able to exist. And Dean Roberts and his support, it's been absolutely fantastic. Everyone with the college, all of our individual sponsors, team members, parents even, to go as far, Feed for Speed, the Crumps, our catering crew at Michigan, every little entity like that. I can name every sponsor off of the list, but just look at the car and you'll see who they are. But really our supporters are the reason that we were able to be there. Without those resources, then we don't really have a means to compete. And so we're really looking forward to continuing to build those relationships with the companies and the individuals that we've been building relationships with the past few years, and we're looking to be even more competitive next year. So to best represent everyone's brand who's on our car, we hope that they're as committed as we are to winning, because we're not building a car to finish in the top 10, we're building a car to win.